on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving in to the Forest of Training Magnetic against EUSTASS Kid using Kinemon and Denjiro, one of the new Sugos that have released over here on global and the Japanese server. Now, I gotta say, I'm a big fan of Kinemon and Denjiro. Odin, he's pretty good too. I am liking them very, very nicely. I don't know if they're like anniversary level Sugos, but I guess with the merge now, I feel like Japan's sort of anniversary will be the big one, but I have taken them both into a forest now. I have completed Dofi 2 with both of them, and I do apologize for those guys that are waiting for this month's tier list, or last month's tier list, as February is a bit of a shorter month, and I did want to sort of play around with Odin and Kinemon before I gave my true thoughts and opinions on them. Let me know in the comment section below which one you guys are liking more. If you haven't checked out the Odin run on the Straw Forest, I will leave a link to that. I do have some more ideas in terms of some hybrid teams, some hybrid metas, to sort of flip the forest. If you guys are keen to see that, let me know in the comment section below. But while you're down there, don't forget to belt the like button for me. If you're new to the channel, hit the big red subscribe button. If you haven't done so already, like 55% of you guys that haven't done so, hit the big red subscribe button. It's good OPTC content. Show your boy some love. Enjoy the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alrighty, so here we are over at the Forest of Training Magnetic, taking on EUSTASS Kid with Kinemon and Denjiro. That is the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive in. Alright, so we're fast forwarding to stage 11. This is where the content starts to pick up, and we do come up against Mr. Apu. Now, Apu gives one turn of paralysis, and that's literally why I have the support of Raizo on Kinemon and Denjiro. Besides Raizo, there actually are no notable supports. I do have Vivi for color affinity on my limited rare recruit Lucy, but that's actually not essential. Like, it's just extra damage output for the Big Mom stage, but you don't actually need it. You can just use the switchability of Whitebeard and Roger here, just absolutely take your way through Apu, even though you have the slot binds, it really doesn't matter. On to the next stage against Capone, or the Beach Pirates. Capone, what's his name? Grotti and Vito. They put up 10 turns of damage reduction and threshold, but literally just with the switchability of Whitebeard and Roger here, you can actually take them out very easily. If you switch with Kinemon Denjiro on the previous turn and switch back into Kinemon, you're actually going to get the extra 20%. Or the extra 1.2 times damage, which will give you a little bit of more damage output here, but like just with the switchability of Warja, like it's fine to take them out, no issues whatsoever. Like replenishing Wano orbs is actually like a really big thing for this particular unit, and having the right color affinity is actually going to help you guys out. We're just outputting a lot of damage. We have a lot of strength units on this team as well, namely Usohachi to remove defense up and damage reduction as well as threshold. And then we have limited rare recruit Lucy for burn removal, block orb manipulation, bind removal, and a little bit of attack boost. As well as then Verse Ace, just for Verse Ace being an absolute weapon. Verse Ace is just built for this forest. He's so damn good. The big reason he's here though is his versatility at the end is not really essential, but his orb buff on the Kaido stage is just so god tier. Plus he has Barrier Pen too, which actually helps out a lot against Heat and the bug-looking guy. I can't remember his name. They bind our specials for 4 turns, which goes down to 3 thanks to Usohachi. And then they also roll back our Sailor specials by 4 turns. So what you want to do here is you actually want to take out the bug guy on turn 1. And as long as you have Kinemon out, you will be able to get the into orbs with the negative orb rotation they give. However, if you just switch with Whitebeard and Roger, you should have enough damage output with both Usohachi and Ace, provided you guys do have max Barrier Pen. On the second turn, Heat doesn't do anything, so you sort of just want to take a turn here. And then on the third turn, he actually gives you Burn. Very ideal that you take out the bug-looking guy or the int character, because he's going to keep rolling back your specials, which becomes a little bit annoying for the next stage. But for this particular run, what you actually want to make sure that you do is you want to make sure that you actually get rid of the special bind by the next stage against Killer. You want to get rid of the special bind because Killer puts up this nasty counter mechanic as well as damage reduction, and if you don't take him out, you are going to be in for a bad time. If you guys don't have Usohachi, you can actually replace Usohachi with Bobbins, but Usohachi just works way nicer because he has color affinity at the end, and he also has Barrier Pen, which is very, very good for that previous stage. On this stage against Killer, we are going to use the special of Kinemon and Denjiro. I actually haven't swapped with Kinemon and Denjiro. Like, this team just has the damage thanks to Roger anyway, but if you want more damage output or security, you can switch with Kinemon and Denjiro here and there, and that way you can get the extra 1.2 times damage. As you guys will see with that monstrous orb boost they give, as well as the base stat boost, we can just tear through Killer because we have color affinity with both Kinemon's and Roger. Against Big Mom, if she binds Lucy, you're going to have to reset like this. And then when you come back into the game, she's actually going to, like, reset her bind. If she does it on Lucy again, as soon as you see the bind hit Lucy, like now, you want to sort of close the app, like get out of there as quickly as possible. You do get a full board of block orbs, however. So, limited rare recruit Lucy is an absolute god here. He's going to give us an attack boost to our Psi and our strength characters. He removes the block orbs. He removes the burn that Heat gave us as well. And he's going to remove the bind on those 2 random units. Big Mom gives 8 turns of bind. So, like, even with sockets, it'll only go down to something like 5. So, even with supports, which, like, is very hard to use, unless you have, like, Halloween Ace on, like, a Sabo or Snake Man or Luffy unit, you are going to be in for a bit of a struggle there. On the Hawkins, Page 1 and, what's his name? X-Drake stage. This stage is actually so annoying because they like take away our like ability to see or the remove sound effects. They put up 1 turn of defense up and you can't use an attack boost here. Thankfully, Kinemon Denjiro actually removes 6 turns of defense up and damage reduction, so we can actually use that. And if you are struggling to hit your perfects, you can actually use the Aura Jackson instead of the Liberal Hind. Liberal Hind's just a bit nicer because Liberal Hind can actually give me cooldowns, which I actually think I used here. If I don't, I should have. Did I not? Okay, I guess I didn't. Ideally, you'd want to use the Liberal Hind special there to start giving your Kinemon characters some cooldown. But if you use the Aura Jackson, it's not going to matter anyway. Aura Jackson's just going to make hitting perfects easier. And if you can hit your perfects easier, you should be able to take out Page 1 as well. Now, if Page 1 blows away one of your captains here, you want to reload the app. Sort of see how like I sort of like quickly went to reload the app? If you lose a captain, you lose a lot of HP, plus you lose a lot of damage output, and you ideally want to kill Page 1 on the 2nd turn, and then kill X-Drake on the 3rd turn. If you can kill Page 1 in the 1st turn with Hawkins, you will be better than what this run actually was. And with the Aura Jackson, it's very easy to do that, because the perfects just allow you to get so much more damage output, thanks to the base stat boost, thanks to the orb boost, and thanks to the attack boost that the switchability of Wadger can provide as well. Once you've done that, you just take out X-Drake by the 3rd turn, and we can move on to King. Now, onto King, he puts up... Is it 3 turns? Yeah, 3 turns of damage reduction and threshold, as well as gives us 3 turns of despair. Very, very annoying. Now, I actually took a shot from King here, but I don't think you actually need to. Now that I'm actually looking at it, I'm on 6 turns of cooldown with all of my characters. Usohachi gives a cooldown as well, which I totally forgot about. So with that, you should be fine to actually just take out King in 1 turn. Usohachi removes the damage effects, and then with Wadger, we can actually remove the despair. If you switch with Kinemon Denjiro, you can actually get the 1.2 extra damage, and you should have plenty of damage to take out King here. As you can see, like, I would have easily clapped the boy King. So I took a shot there, which was okay, because I still survived the Kaido stage. But Kaido does hit you fairly hard, and you will need to take 2 turns on Kaido no matter what. But in saying that as well, I did have the switchability of Wadger ready to go on the previous stage, so there's also that. On the 2nd turn, King puts up a quick barrier, which you can get a quick orb easily with Kinemon Denjiro. No issues to take him out there. And we can sort of just tear through him on the 2nd turn. We do lose our ship though, so we do lose a little bit of healing. That is something to note as well. But as long as you're above 15,000 HP, once you move into this Kaido stage, you will be absolutely hunky-dory. On turn 1, Kaido doesn't let you attack with Psi characters. So that was another reason why I wanted to take an extra turn on King, because I didn't want my Wadger to be in the Psi variation. Plus, I also wanted that attack boost with their switchability. For 10 turns, you can only use 2 specials as well, but thanks to Ace, you can actually pop the Ace special to give your free spirits and your shooter characters, which this whole team is besides Wadger, obviously, a 2.5 times orb boost. With that, we are going to try and do as much damage as we possibly can. Like, we're going to throw the goddamn kitchen sink at the boy Kaido here. We do get the extra 1.2 times damage. If you wanted to, you could easily just switch with your Kinemon and Denjiros to get the 1.5 earlier in the fight. But as you can see, it's really not that essential. On the 2nd turn, however, Kaido is going to give you burn. Now, that's another reason why I wanted to bring the Liberal Hind rather than the Aura Jackson, because you don't want to hit your perfects here. Fairly important that you don't hit perfects, otherwise you will definitely die. Like, you cop a 25k burn, it is a lot of damage, and hitting greats there, as you can see, like, we had a lot of damage, but hitting greats there does help out quite a bit. Once you move on to the final stage against Mr. You with this kid, he hits you with red Haki and gives you a full board of block orbs, reduces your recovery, which actually means jack shit. He doesn't have full immunity, which is great for something like Verse Ace. Verse Ace's verse ability can actually give you a full board of orbs as well as give you the 2 times conditional boost. Kinemon Denjiro giving us a base stat boost, giving us a bigger orb boost than what Ace could provide, so that's why we wanted to use Ace on the Kaido stage, and then we can get an attack boost with our Lucy unit. Now, if you needed to, you could probably use Lucy's special on the previous turn, provided you actually had it ready to go. I think we were 1 turn short. Might have been. because with the switchability of Wadger, you will be fine in terms of getting that 2x attack boost anyway, or the 1.5. Like, the 1.5 would be plenty of damage to take out Kid here. You can only use 2 specials, though, remember, thanks to Kaido, so there is that. Lucy actually gives you the ability to rotate the block offs, but so does the versatility of Ace. You could, like, use the versatility Ace throughout the run if you really wanted to, but it's just not necessary, as you guys sort of saw. But that was Kinemon Denjiro taking down the Magnetic Forest. Did it pretty well, to be honest with you. Like, it was a pretty nice run. All in all, like, it was, I think it was something like 13 minutes from start to finish, so pretty good character, and the team actually functioned and flew quite well. But that's going to wrap up the video anyway, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to belt the like button for me if you're new to the channel. Hit the big red subscribe button too, but guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Leeds!